I think when Schaefer meets Barry, everything changes for Barry. I mean, that's kind of what's cool about the relationship. Is previous to that, Barry's life was not exciting enough for a man with his makeup. And then when Schaefer meets him, he offers him a life which is full of excitement and which makes the most of him as an individual, which was that he was an absolutely amazing pilot, and he also ran on adrenaline. He loved adrenaline, like he loved those situations which were, you know, escape by the skin of your teeth situations. And what Schaefer does is offer him that. And so I think it was always going to work. But it also means there's a really delicate but very important power relationship between the two, where Barry works for Schaefer, really, but if Barry doesn't work for Schaefer, then Schaefer's in a lot of trouble. So they're both, it's like mutually beneficial, but delicate relationship, which could really mean trouble for both of them, or they could both make out like bandits from it. And that's what makes the relationship interesting, I think. Is that it can just be a kind of a balls out, really fun kind of theme ride of a man barreling towards the top at a kind of unstoppable rate. And that's really fun to watch. Everybody likes seeing that. There's wish fulfillment in terms of where he gets to so quickly. He's a force of nature, Tom, you know, like that's, I think that's self-evident. And so there is that drive behind everything. And it's just about getting the shot and getting the right thing for the movie. And I mean, I very much enjoy working that way. But then that does get left aside. You know, during the scene, he's Barry and I'm Schaefer, and then once they call cut, then it's into the madness that I haven't really experienced before. But when you're in the scene, it's just a very good actor in this scene with you. I read one autobiography in particular that was very close to the position that Schaefer occupies in the film, and that really helped just for the mindset. The guy had one quote, which was, "We will go wherever we want." You know, he was asked about going into countries which had nothing to do with America, you know, and he said, "We'll go wherever we want and we'll do whatever we want because those people will end up asking us for help anyway." Which would not be the way I would view world politics, but it's certainly a mindset that I think exists.
The story of Barry Seal, who was a man who had his fingers in many pies. He was taking pictures for the CIA, I believe, and realized that he had permission to cross borders without being checked, and turned that into a very profitable drug running operation that turned into a covert arms smuggling operation, and several government agencies used him and he used them, and it became one of the biggest scandals in a president's history, and it got found out, and I'm referring to the Oliver North trial and the Iran-Contra affair. I think what's consistent in all the research that I did is not only Barry, but the rest of the drug smugglers had this quality of, really? We're doing this at this level and nobody's touching us? It was incredible, the operation that was being run. And it was extensive. I think they all had this, we're never going to get caught, and let's see how big we can make it attitude. And they kept going and kept going and kept going. And they had bags and bags and bags of cash buried in yards around their houses, of their many houses. You know, fake walls put up to secure money. Barry was making fake banks. The sky was the limit, and they were just going to keep testing the waters and just see how far I can go. I think when my character finds out how deep Barry's character is, or how deep Barry is into that world, he realizes it's an opportunity to maybe capitalize on that and capture some of the biggest drug lords on the planet in Colombia. But I can't do it alone, so I have to make sure that I have the protection of the other agencies, in this case Oliver North, and that branch of the military. and what he represents with Bush and Reagan. But definitely it's to seize the opportunity and use Barry and his free pass of traveling across these borders with this huge plane to bring down some of the most ruthless drug dealers ever were.
I play Dana Sibota in this film. She's the State Attorney General of Arkansas. She's foul-mouthed. She's no-nonsense. And she really wants to get Barry Seal by the balls. She either wants to put him in jail, she wants him to get out of her state. She wants him gone, and she doesn't really care how that happens, but she doesn't want him in Arkansas anymore. I would be lying if I didn't say I wasn't scared, at first. Yeah, you have to go in and yell at Tom Cruise. I think the note I was given before I even met him was, we want you to go in there and, take him by the balls. And I was like, okay. I had to walk outside and, calm myself down. I was like, I can't do this. I literally almost left the audition. I was like, I can't. And he wasn't even there, but just the idea of doing that in an audition was terrifying. So, yeah, it's scary. But I think this is a testament to him. He has a wonderful ability to make you feel incredibly comfortable around him straight away. Within seconds, I felt like, I feel like I've known this guy for a long time, even though he is who he is, and we all know who he is. But yeah, his ability to do that made the job easier and more fun, and it was great. I've had a really good time. I think Doug Liman is incredible. I've been a huge fan of his since Go, just huge. I think I've seen everything that he's done. And he is as amazing a director as I imagined, even more so. But yeah, he's very good at giving specific direction, but also trying different things. And he knows what he wants. But I think I don't know. I'm probably talking out of my head, but I think he likes to vary up the direction every now and then just to keep you fluid and keep you loose and trying different things. And he really wants things to feel real, and I think he wants you to feel like you're giving a real performance, and I think he cares about that for you as much as, what he's getting on camera. Yeah, I've really, really enjoyed watching his process. Yeah, I feel spoiled now. It's gonna, I feel like, I just want to work with this guy all the time.
Hey, Vale here. Now, hundreds of movies come out every year, but very few are hits. Here are America's top 5 highest grossing movies, adjusted for inflation, according to Box Office Mojo. Okay, number 1, Gone with the Wind. Released in 1939, is one of the world's first genuine blockbusters, with a grand total of $1,786,074,500. Number 2, Star Wars from 1977, the George Lucas space opera that launched 1,000 action figures and almost as many sequels and prequels, still reigns supreme in the Star Wars universe, with a total take of $1,574,577,200. Number 3, The Sound of Music from 1965, The Hills Are Alive, with the sound of $1,258,951,900 in domestic ticket sales. Number 4, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, the biggest movies of 1982, is also the 4th biggest movies of all time, with a grand total of $1,253,992,300. Number 5, Titanic from 1997. James Cameron's award-winning film took in $1,197,594,300 during its theatrical run. So, do you think that it's valid that these films made that much money? Let me know in the comments below. See ya!